Another day, another fit. Another day, another fit. Yeah, we live at the deli. Live at the bodega, the deli spot. Another day, another fit. Another day, another fit. That's how we rockin'. Oh, I gotta turn up the music, cause they be, yeah,
Look how much your man gonna get.
yeah, wonderful. Hell yeah, that's his
Now,
bill money.
like okay, let me do half an hour. I bring a minute. No, I bring it 3
Okay, so
times a
if you
week.
wanna do that, okay, alright. Fuck it.
Oh,
If it's like that, it's good massage, yeah. You're gonna pay $3 a month for a new worker.
right? So we have 150 quid, right? Then you give me. We're going to make a lot of food. Yeah, you walk in right there. Got butter.
Yeah, plus the little things he tell here,
Yeah, right?
yeah, no question.
I get the time up here.
He eats $20 a day.
Right.
$15 a day.
Oh yeah,
Right?
right.
Oh, I got the ice.
Yeah. Live at the deli, live at the deli, bodega bar.
Man, I think the other day, somebody went over Sari. You went to Love Sari. I thought later.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's not talking. He said, why don't you give me shit? Yeah, I got you.
Alright, 7, 9, 10, 11, 15. Yeah, he want that guap.
Yeah, got a money man. Yeah.
Guess how much time they gave Diddy?
Yeah, 50 months.
50 fucking months. I fucking probably, I get more than that. I ain't even do half the shit he did.
That big.
4, yeah. He gonna do 3 more years, halfway house, 2 years he'll be out.
Oh, yeah.
He thought he was gonna bounce, man. We ain't bouncing. It's the Kid Big Rich, man. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe every day, a new fit. I'm the Cause King, baby. Subscribe, like. I appreciate you. Yeah. I've been having I think people in one shot. Thank you. Almost got the millennium 800. Subscribe and like. That's all we ask for you. Live from the deli. Grocery store, vibes, whatever. You dig? Diddy got it. They did Diddy dirty. He got 50 months. 50 months.
Thrown out is allowed to be considered. Is allowed in federal court. You're allowed. That's allowed to come in. If you're over there in the state court, a lot less so. But here, the judge is allowed to take that into consideration. He's also the judge must take into consideration the deterrent
Oh shit, the president.
have on the general public, not just on Sean Combs.
Nah, big.
Diddy got 50 months.
In the weekend, man. I don't want to close the office.
Yeah, but he come here 11:30, 12 o'clock.
He came the other day, 12 o'clock. Saturday and Sunday. What's going on?
Yeah, I need the bread. We're about to stop.
Yo, I'm about to call the office from this guy. Man. This guy playing games. You think because he's from Yemen, we from Yemen, so it's okay. Right? That's what it is? between the Dominican guy, company again over there.
Oh yeah. A lot of companies. Easy. Nice free orders. 2-3 months free order bread.
Oh yeah, free.
Oh, fast. It's New York. Too many companies for us. Coming here 11:30, 12 o'clock. We waiting for the bread. What kind of service is that? Midnight. No, I don't have a light. We don't have light. I don't touch those. I sell them brand new.
You have a light.
I don't have a light. I sell them brand new. I don't touch those.
You don't have a match?
No.
A light on you?
I don't smoke.
Oh,
I get money.
who's that good?
There's no lighter here, man.
All right, get one neck.
Yeah, thank y'all. Subscribe to the channel and like, please. That's all. I got over. I'm the cause king. We got over 500 videos. Yeah. They did Deli. Deli got 50 months. Oh yeah, 50 months. It's going down for Deli. Deli, 50 months. That's 4 years, 2 months.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm John Dickerson. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was just sentenced to more than 4 years in prison. The 55-year-old was convicted back in July on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs had pleaded not guilty to all charges and was acquitted of 2 more serious charges, sex trafficking and racketeering, which would have led to a potential life sentence. Moments before he was sentenced, Combs apologized for his disgusting, shameful, and sick behavior. Those are his characterizations. Our Jerika Duncan is outside the courthouse. Jerika has covered this case from the beginning. Jerika, your thoughts?
This was the most important day of this case, and Combs did give a statement about 12 minutes long where he spoke directly to the court. He talked about being personally responsible and apologized for what happened with his ex-girlfriends, Cassie Ventura and Jane. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and he said moments ago, I want to personally apologize to all of the victims of domestic violence. He said, quote, I hate myself right now. I was stripped to nothing, and when it comes to that video of him beating Cassie, he said, I was sick on drugs. I was out of control. I needed help. I make no excuses. I knew better. But the judge had some very sharp words in response to Combs. He acknowledged that he is trying to do better and told him that he hopes that he continues that, but instantly went into rejecting attempts to characterize what happened as, quote, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He said, you abused your power and control you had over women you claimed you had loved. You abused them emotionally and physically. He said the evidence was massive. I was sitting right here, he said. We read it and we saw it. Images of gashes and bruises and broken doors, and I saw it in the video. It was savage. This is according to the judge. This is some of the comments that he made just moments ago in court. Alice Gaynor from WCBS is in the courtroom right now and sending out notes just to give us a sense of what Combs' demeanor is like right now. What is his family reacting to? I also want to note something that the judge mentioned in reference to Jane. She went by the pseudonym Jane, but this was also an ex-girlfriend. He said he referred to the brutal assault of Jane by saying, you kicked down 5 doors in her home, lifted her off the floor by her neck, punched her, kicked her, dragged her by her hair, slapped her so hard she fell down. Jane, quote, her credibility testified to those things, that she was a credible witness. So some sharp words again from the judge who just handed down that sentence, 50 months in prison. There will be time served, we believe, in consideration of that. So considering that, it might actually be 4 years. I'm just looking at a note, sentence is 50 months of incarceration. Agnifilo, which is the lead attorney for Combs, asking for more time to list facility recommendations. Also supervised release, 5 years, no reaction from Combs. He is still sitting, and there's a $500,000 fine. You can see behind me a little bit the crowd that has been gathered here pretty much all day as the family had been in and out of that courtroom. When I asked a couple of the defense attorneys how they were feeling today, they didn't have a comment. This day was very serious. They knew that going in. Not long ago in July, when it was that split verdict, they said this was a win for Combs. But the second part of that, the most important part of that, is the sentencing happening today. Again, the judge sentencing him to 50 months behind bars.
Jerika, what other activity did we have today? Did we hear, there were the victim statements. Was this a part of today's activities? And also, did the judge make any characterization of the final sentence relative to those harsh words that you that you quoted him as saying? In other words, did he match the two up? Did he say, I'm delivering this very harsh characterological verdict on you, and the sentencing matches that, or did he just not make that connection?
No, he did acknowledge that the sentence that prosecutors were asking for, 11 years, was a bit of an overreach. The probation report recommended 60 months. So when you look at the probation report of 60 months, he comes up with 50 months. The prosecutors wanted 11 years behind bars. It's not quite in the middle, but it's a far cry from the 14 months that the defense was asking for. Some other things worth noting. Combs was found guilty on the 2 counts of the Mann Act. This is transportation of people across state lines for the purpose of prostitution, and that is illegal in this country. Prosecutor Christy Slavic at one point during this testimony said that this case was not just about prostitution, but violence. She emphasized the violence. And that is what we heard a little bit from the judge today when he recanted some of the testimony that we heard during the trial. Cassie Ventura, the star witness, the ex-girlfriend of Combs, who was with him for about 10 years, released a statement before this sentencing was handed down saying, I am so scared that if he walks free, his first actions will be swift retribution towards me and others who spoke about him at this trial.
All right, Jerika Duncan, thank you so much. Criminal defense attorney Caroline Polisi is with us. Caroline, what's your reaction to this judgment?
I think this is about as good of a sentence that Sean Combs and his lawyers could have hoped for. They did ask for 14 months, which is essentially time served. But when probation came in with that assessment, which was 60 months to 72 months, clearly the judge took that into consideration. Now, he downwardly departed from that, meaning I think 2 things are to note here that you heard the judge say there. One is which that a sentence should be sufficient but not greater than necessary to achieve the ends of justice. And so you'll often hear defense attorneys saying that. The second is that similarly situated defendants, you want no discrepancies in similarly situated defendants. When you look at all of the Mann Act guilty verdicts sort of in this jurisdiction, this is a pretty high sentence. And so I think the judge didn't want to get out of that heartland of the sentences while taking into account the violence here. That's the biggest issue here.
Well, right. So on the one hand, you're saying Joe Schmo comes in, has a Mann Act violation. You want the sentences to be the same to hold up that important judicial principle that all people are. On the other hand, the judge, as Jerika went on at some length about all of this other material and all of the stuff the judge mentioned. Is that a part of the Mann Act charge, or is that...
Interesting. So it's not. So remember, it was a huge win for his defense when he was acquitted of those sex trafficking charge, which is essentially a Mann Act charge with the element of violence. And the defense actually raised a constitutional argument here in their brief, saying that, look, if you consider that conduct, the violence, the coercion that was presented by the prosecution, that's actually going against what the sentencing guidelines recommend or state, that you can't consider acquitted conduct. Essentially, he was found not guilty of that conduct, so why consider it in the sentence? The judge setting some precedent here, saying, absolutely, I can consider the evidence that was produced at trial. It's not necessarily going against those acquittals. there was obviously evidence of violence here. You can take into account his character, his demeanor. This has always been a tale of two different Sean Combs. The defense wants to portray him as, you know, a lost man who has trauma issues since his father was murdered at the age of 3, with addiction issues, struggling to get by. The prosecution paints him as sort of a nefarious, devious, really serial perpetrator of violence.
So in the end here, you mentioned that the defense team will be happy with this verdict.
Oh, well, look, I mean, they wanted him to walk out. I think Agnifilo said, you know, today we want to walk out. I think they may appeal on the constitutional grounds, on the grounds that they're going to say that the judge took into account this acquitted conduct and that they should only be looking at the actual violations of the Mann Act.
So just to catch people up with that, so if it comes out in trial that you did X, Y, and Z, but you are then acquitted of the charges in which that information came out, the defense's argument will be the judge can't take that into consideration.
Exactly.
Even though it was talked about and everybody knows about it, can't do it. That would be their grounds.
Exactly, because you weren't found guilty of that offense. They haven't proven it by beyond a reasonable doubt. However, forever, sentencing judges can take into account prior bad acts if they find by a preponderance of the evidence that those were committed. And so it's kind of a gray area there. But clearly this judge did take those factors into account to some degree, but then mitigated it as well to keep it within those, to keep things a little bit more consistent in terms of, you know, similarly situated defendants.
All right, Caroline Polisi, thank you. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman was inside the overflow courtroom as the sentencing was read and is now outside for us. Katrina, what did you make? What's your reaction? What did you witness?
Where's the car?
I mean, what was striking when the sentence was finally read is how still Sean Combs was. He just sat there, his hands clasped, looking down, and it was such a contrast to earlier because I would say it was such an emotional day in that courtroom. When Sean Combs' kids spoke in court today, they were all crying. His lawyer, Nicole Westmoreland, was crying. Sean Combs got up there and said his own words, and his voice was really shaking. He was very emotional as he told the judge how this had affected his life, how he felt like a changed man. And even when the judge read this sentence, he began by praising Sean Combs, by talking about the work that he's done, the barriers that he's broken, how impressive it is, even at a young age, having lost his father, all that he overcome. But he said that all of that could not wash away the record of this case, the evidence that we saw in that courtroom. He also pointed to the fact that some of this aggravating behavior, the violence, took place.
Oh, the half of the Billy just fell, huh?
We have another partial collapse of a 20-story brick apartment building in Bronx in New York City to show you here today. We're going to analyze this and try to figure out what went wrong. But it's amazing, nobody got hurt in this.
Let off the gas here in the area. Canines have searched the area as well to make sure no one is trapped inside. The NYPD right now is establishing what they call a collapse zone, just in case any more of those bricks come down.
What's up, everybody? What's going down?
Over my right shoulder, you see the pile of bricks.
Wow. What's going on? Live from the Deli, man.
In every sense of the word, we avoided.
Deli got 5 years. Yeah, Deli got 4 years and 2 months locked in. He going to the feds. He gonna feel that pain. Deli gonna get got. They gonna do him dirty up north. Now he gotta learn to be a man. Nobody got nothing. Over for Deli. He got 4 years and 2 months. You're welcome. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. What up? Subscribe and like. Get rich with 150.
Not everyone in your life was sent by God, and some people you're helping are actually blocking your blessings. Number one, the unrepentant. Don't help someone who refuses to change. If they won't turn from sin, your support doesn't help them. It hardens them. It's like building a ladder for someone who has no intention of climbing. They're not looking for freedom. They're looking for comfort in the pit. Proverbs 26:11 says, "As a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool repeats his foolishness." That's not harsh, it's real. God wants you to recognize patterns, not just personalities. If they've had
Deli
truth,
got 4
grace,
years.
and chances
Yeah,
to
peep
grow,
this shit.
but still choose rebellion, God's not
I wonder
asking
if they're
you to
gonna give
keep
him a little
stepping
couple of
in.
time
He might
served, so that's a little what? Another couple of months here.
Nah.
He's been in there for what?
He been there a year. Now he
A
got to
year?
do at least 2 years.
At least 2, right?
Before he
Because he's not in the feds, right? So he don't got to do the
No,
whole
he in the
shit.
feds.
Oh, so then he has to finish, right? He got to do a
No,
3
no.
years?
In New York State, he would have had to do 85% of his time. But over there,
okay.
they give you
They let him rock?
it's different time. No, but he's gonna get like a halfway house in 2 years. Work
Yeah,
work
and be fine.
He still got.
This nigga shit, man.
He got to do bid. It's hard
That's
for
crazy.
celebrities. When you're a celebrity and you bid it, it's harder because he can't be with regular population.
He can't do shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They got to tell him to eat at a certain time, and he always with the same people. He can't be with nobody else. Can't talk to nobody. That shit is lame as hell. Wait, let us back on. That's how talk shit. Okay. That's your boy Diddy, man.
Yeah. What happened here?
That nigga been
You
wild.
got it locked?
Oh, wrong card. I'm like, black. What's that nigga?
One of the best peptides in the world of longevity is one that we were originally looking at.
Brother, appreciate you.
Yeah.
But when you start looking at the characteristics of it and you look at the literature, you start to
75.
find there's very early yet very promising evidence for GHK copper peptide across the board when it comes down to longevity, ranging from
350.
cognitive function.
Yeah, the guy said he wants 2 cases of the vitamin water tomorrow.
Also collagen formation, wound healing, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and even stem cell.
Yo, he quit. He gave me acid and Honduras acid. He gave him a stream for his birthday.
Full disclaimer, peptides are a little bit foreign territory. Not a lot of doctors know talk about them or know how
Yo,
to
you
talk
know
about
what's
them. You can try to
crazy?
talk to your doctor.
The
But
flower
realistically, when you're talking about peptides, a lot of the literature is in rodents, very little human model research. So you just have to take it with a grain of salt and understand that these are very, 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 very promising things, but the human data is lacking. So let's go ahead and dive in. After today's video, I popped the link down below. NT electrolytes, element electrolytes. 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Hands down the best tasting electrolytes that are on the market. The grapefruit salt, the citrus salt, the chocolate salt. They're amazing. And the chocolate salt you can even have with hot water and make it taste like a hot chocolate. We're talking 0 calories, ranging up to like 5-10 calories, like very low calorie.
Breaking news.
Can you explain a little bit about what those civil suits are about? And in your opinion, do you think that the sentencing today will have any bearing on those suits?
So he does face dozens of lawsuits, and that was mentioned by the defense. One of the things that the defense was trying to argue is you don't have to give him more time, Your Honor, because all of these other things have deterred him. He is not going to do this again. He's facing
No,
civil suits.
vete a buscar
He's facing
teléfono.
loss of his businesses. The civil suits, I believe, are going to go forward. I think he's behind bars now for quite some time. They are trying to say that they need some damages paid to them because they've been harmed. One of the civil suits is by Deontay Nash, who was one of the stylists, I believe, who was involved.
See. Yo, whose number you talking about? Yeah, her number.
Put your time to be with me. Gotcha. Wow.
No good.
Don't be mad at me, I'm just good. Don't be mad at me, I'm just too good for you. Oh, y'all think I got this game just so y'all can keep it?
You gotta talk to yourself. Oh!
Don't be mad at me, I'm just good. Don't be mad at me, I'm just too good for you. Oh, y'all think I had this game just so y'all can keep it?
We use our social. Here we go. We use our social media to build monuments to ourselves, or we build in the kingdom. We're using all of our resources to build monuments to ourselves, or we build. If time is running out, you should be using it for the glory of your Savior. If you got health and strength and life and resources and gifts and talents, you should be using all of this together to make Christ known, to build up the kingdom. Here we go.
Birdman says was between France and 2 decades, but the previous was what really happened. Birdman says was between France and 2 decades, but the previous was what really happened. Birdman says was between France and 2 decades, but the
if you do not have it written down, your chances of it happening is reduced drastic because it's a principle of success. You have to have everything you want written. It's in the Bible. Habakkuk 2:2. It says, write the vision and make it plain, so that he who reads it will run to it. And even though it tarry, that means take a long time, wait for it, for surely it will come at an appointed time. That's in the Bible. If you do not have it written down, your chances of it happening is reduced drastic because it's a principle of success. You have to have everything you want written. It's in the Bible. Habakkuk 2:2. It says, write the vision and make it plain, so that he who reads it will run to it. And even though it tarry, that means take a long time, wait for it, for surely it will come at an appointed time. That's in the Bible. If you do not have it written,
this is definitely becoming one of my family's absolutely favorite meals that we have started cooking since moving to South Louisiana. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Baby championship I won started with.
Subscribe to the channel, please. Like the video. We got over 500 videos. We live from the deli right now. I'm the Lacoste King. Every day another fit. Different day, different fit. That's how we get down over here. Yeah, baby. Another day, another fit. Let's see what they're talking about.
Ask yourself, are you feeding your goals or feeding your excuses? Every championship I've won started with what I put on my plate, not just what I did on the court. People see the threes, the handles, the stamina, but what they don't see is the discipline with food. If I eat junk, my game suffers. If I feel right, my body responds. Nutrition is my hidden training partner. It's the difference between legs that fade in the fourth quarter and legs that keep running. I treat every meal like it's part of practice, because it is. You can't expect your shot to stay sharp if your body is running on empty calories. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Every bite is a choice that pushes me closer to greatness or drags me away from it. So ask yourself, are you feeding your goals or feeding your excuses?
You gonna get what's coming to you. You gonna get what's for you, man. You don't have to want what anybody else has. One bad chapter don't define the book. You just stayed on the page too long. Flip it, bro. Keep it pushing.
I gotta drink water like Saturday.
When you process it and look at it, let it make you a better person. Like he said, what's the lesson?
Oh yeah.
Make you happy
A better person.
Yo, what's up with this shit? Frozen, man.
Everything we encounter carries with it. You don't have to want what anybody else has.
There's a saying, when the devil... Here's 3 reasons why chasing women will absolutely ruin you. Number 1, the hottest girl, she's for every man, not necessarily for you. Number 2, that ultra manicured selfish energy will not raise your kids right. You're gonna be all by yourself in that pursuit. And number 3, every minute, every hour you spend chasing women, you lose the precious time you're gonna need to build yourself, build a life.
I don't look at this moment as a defining end to my relationship in basketball.
Yeah, in the middle out in the bottom.
You see me playing the game at 50. Oh, don't laugh.
Yeah, let me get the milk.
Yo, these okay?
What?
This side. Right, how much is this?
Okay, 7.
7.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You need something? What do you need? What kind of chicken gun do you want? Oh, so
I don't look at this moment as a defining end to my relationship with the game of basketball. One day you might